Hi everyone, welcome to the special event. So today we have a special speaker with us today, also our admin for Cloud Whistler community, and also a lead software engineer working currently with cloud projects, and AKA Harry Sidhu. And Harry is also on LinkedIn. I will share Harry's LinkedIn profile link after the session with you all so you all can connect with Harry. Harry will be able to take any questions you guys have once he has explained on what steps we need to follow in order to become a AWS official community member. It's best to learn from someone who is already doing that. So over to you, Harry.
Thank you so much, Ali. Can you hear me, guys? All right, thank you. Yep. So my name is Harpreet Sidhu. I go by Harry in US because it's easy for them to pronounce my name. I am working in software industry from 20 years, I guess. And I started my career as a mainframe developer. But from last 6, 7 years, I transitioned myself into cloud, AWS, and other stuff. So yeah, I mean, this is a really good session probably for you guys because I know mainly whatever you guys are doing from last 2 weeks, I can see that lot of people creating content, sharing their stories on LinkedIn, and learning new things every day. And this is what is required to be a community builder. And in this session, my goal is basically to go over things which I have learned in last few years as a community builder and how to be a part of a community builder program. So I'll start sharing my presentation, and if you have any question, you can just note that down or just keep it with yourself, and then we can go over your questions probably in the end so that we don't have any interruption in between. Alrighty, so let me share. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, so today's session is about how to join AWS Community Builder program. I am Harpreet Sidhu, AWS Community Builder in networking and content delivery category. So today's agenda is basically we will go over what is AWS Community Builder program, why this program was started, when this was started, what was the goal, and all that. Then we will learn about what are the benefits that you will get out of it once you become a community builder, a member in the community. What are the things that you will get, and how those things will help you in your career and to take you at different level, or to take you at next level. And then we will look into how to apply for this AWS Community Builder program. This program is like not available throughout the year. There are certain periods when they open enrollment, and you need to be aware of that thing and how you can basically get notification that the program is open for enrollment and when is the right time to apply, and like what you will expect when the application will open, what are the things you will see, what are the things they will ask you. So those things we will look into. And I will give you some tips on like how you can become community builder in your first attempt. So remember that this is a very competitive a place. There are a lot of people across the globe apply for this, and they have limited seats. They cannot just accept everyone into the program. So it's really important for you to go prepared. If you just go without preparation, chances are that you will not be accepted. So I will give you some tips on what are the things you can do so that you can present your application as a strongest contender across compared to other people. So we will look into those things. Now, before I go and tell you about this program, I want to tell you like how I got accepted. So I uh, I applied for this program like in 2020, probably 20, and this was the time when I was initially introduced to AWS Community Builder program from my friend. So I was very keen basically to join this program because it was something which I was doing. I started my online journey, like a blogging journey in 2016, and that time, like whatever I was learning, I was sharing with my online audience. But that time I was mainly working in digital marketing niche. I was not thinking much about technical writing. But in 2022, when I got to know about this program, I changed my niche and started, sharing content specific to technical content, basically AWS and all that. Because I started learning AWS probably in 2020 or 2021. And then I thought that, okay, this is a good platform for me to share my knowledge with others as well. And this is how I can make an, you know, uh, document my own journey. So then I started sharing, and then I got to know about this program in 2022. And when I applied initially, unfortunately, my application was rejected. And the reason was basically unknown to me. Like they didn't tell us what exactly reason why they didn't like us. They just tell you that you are not accepted. But they did mention that they got like many applications. So during that year, they got around 3,500 application across the globe from many people, and they told that it's not possible to accept everyone. So after knowing this, basically I didn't give up. I spoke to one of my friend, and she suggested me to keep doing what I'm doing, or I was doing during that time, because getting accepted in this program is quite competitive, as I said. And if you keep working for the community, you will eventually be accepted in it. So for her, like for my friend, it took her 3 years to get accepted in the program. So if you feel like you are applied and you are doing everything, don't feel like bad, and just do whatever you are doing. Just work for the community, share your knowledge with others, and ultimately you will be rewarded. So that's one thing which I have learned, that sometimes when we fail, we feel bad, and then we stop doing things which we wanted to do. So eventually, like, yeah, I was able to, so I applied last year, and then I was accepted this year in March. And this is my first year as a community builder. And now my goal is to basically, keep my status active, because this program is for 1 year term, and every year you have to renew your membership. You need to showcase things to the community, that what you have done for the community, and then only you will be renewed for the next year. So it's kind of quite competitive. Some people they join, but they don't be able to maintain that status. So it's really important that whatever you are doing, you need to keep that thing doing, like you need to keep doing that thing consistently. So this is about me, how I got accepted in the community builder program. Now let's talk about what is AWS Community Builder program. So AWS Community Builder program initially launched by AWS back in 2020. So during that time, like there were many AWS enthusiasts who were sharing their AWS knowledge in the technical communities. Many experienced AWS advocates were like helping each other and building on AWS by sharing their experiences and success stories and all that. And many people like me who were never used AWS, so they started asking questions like how they can be involved in AWS, how they can learn AWS, how they can build in AWS and work with people who are working in the community. So these were the things were basically going on. And other thing was like all the people who were working in AWS community, like they really wanted to find out a way to better work together. They really need to find a way to collaborate together in a better way. So during that time, AWS thought of creating like this AWS Community Builder program, and then they launched this program in July 2020 or probably August 2020. And so that's basically the history of this program. Now, the member of AWS Community Builder program, they get access to uh, educational resources, technical resources. They get mentorship from AWS subject matter experts. Uh, and this could be like on variety of topics, including technical as well as content creation and community building and all that. Most importantly, you get networking opportunities. You can network, you can make relationships, you can talk to people in the community who are probably working in the area where you want to go. There you could have a, a dream company where you would like to work, so you can work and make a relationship with those people who belongs to those industries, and they are community builders. So like in LinkedIn, what we do, we normally search people, we try to connect with that people, and when you try to connect to a person, you basically try to introduce yourself, like who are you. Now, if you are a community builder and the other person who is also a community builder, you can directly say that, okay, I am a community builder and I found you on the community builder page or in the Slack channel, and I really interested in talking to you, wanted to learn something about this thing or that thing from you. And that kind of, help you to start a conversation and ultimately a better relationship with
Take
that
it.
person. And that these are the things which are really cool, which are really good as a community builder, because now the hesitation of initial conversation will not be there. Many people try to connect to each other because they know that, okay, this person is a community builder and he is basically sharing knowledge in this particular domain, and I am interested in that domain and I really want to work with him. So this networking opportunity is something which is really good and important for people like us who are working in this industry. Other important thing that you get is access to AWS products and teams, and information about new services and features. So these are the things which you get once you join this community builder program. Now, this is the slide which I try to intentionally, I added intentionally because I want to tell you that AWS Community Builder program is open for all the people across the globe. Now, there are many people working on AWS and they could be working on multiple domains, multiple different areas. So what they have done is, like, they created different categories, and then they use these categories to organize these people into different areas. So for example, like me, I am in networking and content delivery category, because when I applied for the community builder program, they asked me, like, on which category you would like to share your knowledge or you want to learn more about. And that when I initially applied, I was not aware of these categories. So, and and before my application, I was sharing content, I was sharing my knowledge to the community, in the community, but it was all random. I was not focusing on just one category. Whatever I was learning, I was just putting down on the blogs and sharing it with the people. And that could be the reason why I didn't get accepted in the first time, because the things which I gave them as an evidence of my efforts for community, they probably didn't align with the category I selected that time. So it's very important for you at this time when you are preparing for your application, like you still have time. So focus on what is important for you, what you really like to do, whether you like developer tools, DevOps, or you like machine learning, serverless. Choose a category, and then based on that, whatever you share with other people in the community or your knowledge after learning, just keep doing that consistently in that particular category, and that will eventually help you later on when the application will open and when you will submit your application with these evidences. So that's why, like, I thought that sharing this information is really important. So make sure that you decide which category is important and then work on that and share your knowledge with other people. So this is all about the community builder program, what is important and how they have organized everything, what some of the benefits, like at high level. But let's move on, and here I will give you more information on what are the benefits you will get after joining the AWS CB program. So the first one, connecting with others. Again, as I said, networking. This is the single biggest benefit of joining the community. You like this will provide you the ability to connect with other people, with the other builders. You can ask questions to those peoples. You can help other peoples. You can work together, and you can all learn together and be a builder, like in the program. And this place is really safe. Like I know, like when I joined and when I had my orientation call, so it's like you can ask any question. It doesn't matter what type of question you're asking. You can ask silly questions. The people know that people are still learning, and they are in very early stage of their career in AWS. So no one will judge you on like what you're asking. You can ask any question, because the main intention of the whole community is to help and solve each other tech challenges. That's it. So this is something which is really good. That's the important benefit. Now, community sessions and briefings. So these are things which happens regularly within the community. We have like community sessions which are there to level up uh, as a builders. Now these sessions are sometimes technical with the product overviews and deep dives on the product or AWS services, but not specific to only technical. Like these, there are some sessions where they help builders to improve their skills in terms of writing, presentation, or conference speaking. So they come up with these some programs where people who are interested in public speaking or speaking, like conference speaking, so they can go and they can get that information. They can attend those sessions and level up their skills. There are sessions where they teach you how to write blog post, how to write technical blog post, and even like if you want to start your journey as a content creator, if you are really interested in working as a YouTube content creator, how to start a YouTube channel, what are the things that you should do as a budding YouTube content creator. So these things happens a lot uh, in the community. Those sessions are always available. Apart from that, there are some sessions specific to we call them as NDA, which are non-disclosure agreement specific sessions. And in those sessions, the information shared to us is basically non-public information. So you know that AWS is innovating every day, like they are doing innovations every single day. So they are working and improving their services, but these services are not currently available to public. So what they do is they present the information to community builders. They tell them that okay, go and use them, or give them feedback, or recommendations, or any ideas that they want to share with the AWS product team or service team directly. So there are these sessions which help community builders to learn about future changes that will happen in AWS. And for example, if you are a content creator or someone who write blog post, these sessions are something which you can use to create a blog or a video before it goes live to the public. So you can get ready with everything. And once AWS release this information to public, you can become the first person who will share this information to the audience. And then that's how you can increase your following also. People will start following you because you are sharing the most recent and current content. So that's something which is very useful, and something you can get out of these sessions. So this is one of the very important benefit, and I try to focus on these sessions, because even if I'm not sharing with anyone, but wherever I'm working, like if I'm working in an organization and I am let's say if they are doing some innovation on serverless or AWS Lambda, I can at least be aware of that. And once it's public, I can share this information in my organization that this is a pretty cool feature which we should utilize. So something like that we can do. And because it's only available to CBs, it's pretty useful. Other benefit is AWS certification exam voucher. So for every term, you get one exam voucher. You can use that, and then you can take your certification. Uh, Now every term means like once every year you have to renew your membership, and then after you renew your membership, you can opt for another exam voucher. So you know that certification exam is like around $150 USD, and it's pretty costly. Like it's not something which is cheap, but getting $150 of credit from AWS for taking the examination is pretty good. And one thing that they recommend and they say to all CBs is that you can request for the voucher only when you are certain that you will take the examination. It's not like you will just take it and waste it, because it's the money which is coming directly from AWS. They are giving you this money to help you achieve something, not to waste that. So you need to be mindful in taking these vouchers from them. So, but yeah, this is one benefit that you get being a CB. Exclusive AWS swag kits. So everyone loves swag. So you get that as well. Every year they send you swag kit depending on which year you are in the community. So for the first year, there's a different swag kit. For the second year, there's a different swag kit. So they send you that, and you get multiple different opportunities also to get some swags from AWS. Now, this is one of the best, very important one. So people who like to experiment a lot in AWS accounts, like in their personal accounts, like me, like I used to go and, play around and create projects in AWS on my personal AWS account. And they give you like $500 of credit after within 30 days of joining the community. So you can use that money for your experimentation if you are teaching or or learning something and you want to experiment with AWS services. And if you feel that that service is not within the free tier and you will end up paying some money, you can use this money throughout the year, and you can carry out your experiments. So $500, again, it's very huge amount, but you need to be again mindful that when you are trying something in AWS, remove your resources once you're done. Otherwise, you will end up, paying more than $500 to AWS. But this money is not rollover something. So you get $500. So you use it or lose it, basically. So until like in 1 year, if I'm not using it, you will lose it. And if you get renewed, you will get another $500 next year. So this is again very useful for people like who are content creator and share and create projects on AWS and share that on YouTube. It's pretty cool for them. And Cloud Academy, you get 1 year free subscription to Cloud Academy. Cloud Academy is online educational platform where you can learn about any cloud like AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. So you get 1 free year subscription for Cloud Academy, which is again very good resource for someone who is preparing for certification or wants to learn a specific career path. Like let's say if you want to be a machine learning engineer or something like that, or a data analytics engineer, something like that. You can get career paths there, and then you can take. So it's there for you for 1 year, and then once you renew, you can get it again. In Cloud Academy, I personally used this when I was preparing for my certification. So it provides labs in sandbox environment and challenges, which you can do, and or which you can take, and like it's like the instructions and everything are pretty clear, and you can directly go into the live AWS environment in the sandbox and carry out those projects. So this particular thing will definitely help you to learn new stuff in AWS, and then that way you can share that information with the community as well. And now this reInvent and Reinforce discount passes. So these are the two very big conferences which happens every year. And the tickets for these conferences is not cheap. Like I know for reInvent is around $2,000 and Reinforce is around $1,200. So as a CB, you get discount passes, you get like 60% discount on these tickets, and then you can use that money on other expenses like hotel and travel. So you get that. I mean, it's not available for people outside CB community. So you get that as well. Access to publish content to this particular dev organization. So this is AWS owned dev organization. If you go to this link dev.to.aws builder, so this is a place exclusive for AWS community builders to publish their content. So you get access to this publication where you will be added as a writer, and then you can publish your content. And one good thing about this place is that it is managed by AWS. So you get good traffic, you get good exposure. People read a lot about your blog, so you get good exposure from the industry people basically. So this is one other good thing that you get. And then you can be listed in AWS global directory which is specific for community builders. So you can be added there, your name will be added and with your category. And then the one good thing which I find here is that you can add a link also along with your name. So that link can be your blogging website or your YouTube channel and that, and you know that it's an AWS website. So the score of this website and the SEO of this website is pretty high. So if you're getting a backlink from AWS website to your blogging website, so you can increase some SEO score of your website also. So that's something which is pretty useful for people who are in uh, like in I don't know, like in digital marketing. Search engine optimization is one of the thing which you do to increase the search of your site so that you can be ranked on the top page on the Google. But and getting these backlinks is pretty useful to increase your SEO score. So getting an opportunity to be listed in this directory and then adding a link is definitely going to help your website. So these are like all the benefits. I'm sure like they are not like one or two, like they are very big things. They're big things for someone who really wanted to do something in career, and like it, these things definitely help you to learn a lot about AWS and share that knowledge with others. Now let's look into like how to become AWS Community Builder. So here I want to share some tips which I figured out later on after I got rejected in the first attempt. So first one is writing a blog or write a blog. So you know that if you want to share something, you need to write something, right? I mean, you need to share that knowledge with others, and writing a blog is one way to do that. Uh, you can also create content, like you can also create video content. That's also option. But initially, like for people who are beginner or people who started their content creation journey, blogging is something which is very easy. You can just go there, you can put your you can write down something which is you can write down your thoughts and everything, and you can publish that. It's pretty easy instead of like creating a video creation is not easy job. So when you create a blog, so I have seen like I just want to provide a feedback to all the people here who are sharing content from last 2 weeks. I know there's a uh, challenge going on and people are sharing, and I'm going and reading their blogs. I feel like sometimes we write blogs, but it's more like text heavy blog. You are writing things which is very text heavy. There are a lot of paragraphs and all that thing, and yeah, it's good, but thing is like you need to basically write a blog which make person to stop there and read it. There is like people basically scroll it, and if they feel like, oh, there is nothing to stop me and kind of engage, then I will just go and not read your blog. It is like that, right? So you need to make your blog engaging so that people go and they get tempted to read your blog. So what are the ideas here is like when you try to write a blog, like I'm telling you this, that in general, whatever you are doing, do it. But if you are thinking about applying for CB program, and if you think that, okay, this is the blog post, probably I will share in my application, then keep these things in mind. Otherwise, like, any blog post, any random blog post probably will not help you. So if just whenever you write a blog post next time, just keep this thing in mind and try to write it. Even it will take probably you 7 days to complete that. It's okay, but give it a try. Give your 100% when you write a blog post. Take it 7 days, no problem. If you're publishing 2 blogs a month, it's okay, because you just need to provide 2 blogs when you apply for the CB. So try to give it 100% and take your time and write down things which will help other people to understand that and learn something out of it. It's not like we just have to put something on the blog and just publish it. It's not, you don't go with that kind of thinking. So whenever you write something, just capture your ideas in a mind map. So there are websites where you can create mind maps, like all the thoughts and things which you have in your mind, and try to note down those ideas. And then after that, you can script that blog as your story. Now, if you are learning something, if you are writing on something, you are spending time on something, you have some kind of interest in that, right? I mean, you cannot just write anything without out of a blue. You need to have some motivation. There is something which is probably linked with that. So try to see what's your story of this particular thing, why you are learning this. There should be some motive for that. So try to script your blog like your own story. Try to write a blog like you're talking to someone. you're addressing someone. So that way you will be able to engage with that person. Now, other thing is be technical enough. So you are writing a technical blog, so you need to be technical in that, in the sense that share some code or things which are relevant for that particular blog, because that way you can add some value on top of just merely adding text to the blog. And then use screenshot and pictures, because I mean, in general, like whenever someone go and browse your blog, it's very difficult for someone to read those texts. But if you try to put screenshots and pictures while browsing, probably you will probably catch attention of your reader, and then they will stop and they will look, okay, this is what I want, and then they will go and read the text later on. So as much as the screenshots, pictures you can add, try to add that in your blog. And this is one of the most important, and AWS, Amazon loves it. Probably like you have heard of Amazon's leadership principles also, like all the 14 or 16 leadership principles. They like numbers, data, and all that. So if you try to use data, numbers in your blogs, it will basically make your blog or stand out your blog among other people. So use that. If you're testing out something, if let's say if you are finding out performance monitoring or something like that, and you are doing that testing in AWS, try to capture those numbers and then compare that data and put something extra in there, so that will help other people, and then it will also uh, showcase that you put some effort in getting that information. So these are some tips which I wanted to share. Whenever you write any blog and you feel like I want to share this in my CB application, focus on these things and this will help you definitely. Now, second is speak on conferences. So now this is something which is not easy for us, like for everyone. Like it's very difficult to get opportunity to speak in conferences or like presentations and all that. But what I want to suggest here is that be ready with your ideas. Like if you have something where you feel like, yeah, I can share this information, I probably can talk about this, be ready with those ideas. Keep a log of all that. Like, okay, this is something I am master in that, and I can probably talk about it anywhere, wherever required. So you need to have that idea, that list ready, because out of a blue, if you get an opportunity and if you are not ready, you will probably say, oh, probably I'm not ready, I cannot take it out. So keep a log of that information and be ready with your ideas, so that in case if you get opportunity to speak somewhere, go and do it. You can also search for local calls for papers or paper presentations. So if you are working in research area or somewhere, try to find out where you can do and where you can go and do paper presentations. That will again an opportunity for you to speak. And then keep the topics close to what you are doing. Don't just try to learn something new and then do research on that. Don't do that. Wherever you are right now, whatever you are doing, just think, okay, in this area, what are the things I can do? Just find out those topics and then do research and experimentation at home. So before you do anything outside, make sure that you do complete research about what you are presenting, because you're speaking in a wider audience, and make sure your information is accurate, and do experimentation at home to make sure that you are confident in presenting that information. Organizing user groups and meetups. So again, like if you really want to go and above and beyond in sharing and helping community, this is one of the things which you can do. User groups is something where like-minded people, like people who are interested in learning AWS, they can come and they meet and they present information, like what we are doing currently. We are no one, like we are talking about all these things because we want to grow, we want to do something, and we are all interested in learning about this. So similarly for AWS enthusiast, you can find that out. So what you can do is you can start in your own company. So wherever you are working, whether you are in college or whether you are in a company working, try to find out like if you can host anything there, create a group there inside your own company, and then start uh, doing something about AWS. And whatever you do, make sure that it's specific to AWS, because you are going to apply for AWS CB program. So if you are, let's say if you're doing for Azure or Google, that probably will not be counted in the application. So just make sure that you do that, and you can find speakers for once you have user group, you can find speakers and you can call them to speak out there. and you keep your meetup topics specific to AWS. That's very important. And then once you carry out that user group, like once you have a user group and you do all the stuff, you should publish and share that information with others on LinkedIn, so that you can use that link and provide that evidence in your CV application. This is again important for people who are technical, like who are very technical proficient and really wanted to share or contribute to open source. So what you can do, you can build tools for AWS. You can share that online then, or you can contribute to tools which are already available from AWS. For example, like uh, Cloud Development Kit. That's one tool. There are AWS Power Tools which are available. So you can search for a website. There's a AWS open source, and then you will see a website, and there you will see all the open source projects where you can contribute. So if you really are interested there, you can do that, and that will definitely improve your chances to get accepted in CV program. And then ultimately you need to share that information, like whatever you are doing, you should share with the community. And this is very important. Again, don't be afraid to fail and improve. It's okay if you fail in doing things. That will eventually improve you and make you a better person. So open source, yeah, if you're trying improving something, it's okay. If you're fail, just focus on doing things. And this is the link, I think, aws.amazon.com/open source, where you can get all the details. Now, preparation before applying. So this is again a very important slide. Make sure you should have 6 to 8 contributions in past 6 months. So you need to have 6 to 8 contributions, in the sense like it could be blog post, or it could be public speaking, or any user group conferences or meetups, like that. Initially, if you're applying as a CV, like they will not expect you to have user group and all that. It's something which you will eventually learn and do it later on once you become more mature in this area. But just focus on blogging as of now, or video content creation if you want to. But whatever content you are creating and contributing, make sure that they are as per the suggestions and recommendations I shared in my last slide. And be consistent in a specific area of your choice. Again, this is important. Choose a category and consistently share your knowledge in that particular category. DevOps, serverless, networking, whatever you want to choose, just be consistent in that category. And whenever you share something, use AWS community hashtag. So that way, anyone who is searching for AWS community, your post will show up there, and it will eventually be basically then. And this hashtag can basically tell people that, okay, you are working for AWS community, you're sharing your information, knowledge to AWS community. Now for students, if you want to be a part of the community CB program, there's a website here, AWS Community Student Hub. You will get a lot of opportunity over here to basically improve your AWS skills, and opportunities to host events. And that's again something which you should do before you apply for the CV program. So there's a link here. I don't have much information on that, but yeah, I found out this really something which is important for students. I'm not sure if we have students here, but if you're a student, you can definitely go and check this out. It might help you. I mean, I just browsed quickly, and I can see that there are events which happens, and they are the live events, like in-person events, where you can go and join, or probably you can present information to other people, and like it's a 1 day or 2 day event, and then ultimately you will learn something, and then there are some swag kits and all that they give you. And it could happen, these things happens in your city or somewhere, so you can go and check that out. It's really good for students, I think. Some other tips. So reading and answering questions on AWS repost and Stack Overflow. So if you are someone who want to help other people, AWS repost, I mean, you can go and create your profile here. If you should have a AWS builder profile, or probably whatever account you have with the AWS, you can use that to log in here also. But here, all like AWS customers and users they post their queries specific to different categories, and you can probably go there and try to answer those queries to them. You can search with beginner and intermediate or advanced like that there probably, but try to give your suggestions, and like you can do your research. If you will get a problem there, and then just go and try to solve that problem. And once you solve that problem, share with the person, as well as write a blog also. So that way you are sharing it multiple times and then getting some exposure out of it. So this is again like repost is something which I also joined, and I tried to answer some few people over there, and it was really good experience for me as well, because I learned a lot of things. Because when I was doing my projects, so I was aware that okay, this area is something which I am very comfortable and I know about it. So I was going in and searching questions specific to that area, and then I was testing out and experimenting those things in my account. And then if I find a problem, like I was trying to recreate the problem, and then trying to solve that problem. And once I able to solve it, I was sharing my solution to those people. And initially when you join, you will be like joined as a novice or something, but eventually when you start giving answers, you will become an expert or an SME. And that's again one of the greatest way to showcase that you are there for the community and helping the community. So this repost is something which I would definitely recommend you to go and check it out. Stack Overflow, we all know, like we can share and help people to solve their technical challenges. You can do that as well. And go and read a blog post here on dev organization, like the link which I showed you in the last slide, dev.to.aws builder. So go and read those blog posts and understand like how CBs write their blogs, and learn from it. That will help you to uh, basically understand like how you should organize and create a layout of your blog. So this is again one thing which you should do. I mean, I was reading these things regularly when I was not CB. You can join virtual calls or participate in mentorship opportunities. Continue to share or produce educational and technical content. I mean, I know you are doing already, but keep other things in mind as well. Actively engage with and help build the AWS community. So use hashtag AWS community whenever you are posting something for the AWS community. Demonstrate continuous interest in learning about more about AWS. So when I was learning about AWS, I didn't even think about learning Azure or Google. I was totally focused on AWS. I never shared anything apart from AWS. I did certification only in AWS. So yeah, you need to demonstrate that you are someone who wants to learn AWS, and that way it will help you. Like, yeah, we know that AWS is mostly used by many companies. Like most of the market share is with AWS, and there are lots of opportunities in AWS. But yeah, it's up to person. Whatever you think is best for you, you should do. You should do that. For me, like I was focusing only on AWS because I really wanted to master one specific cloud, and was not ready to basically learn everything. Now, this is the last topic. So how to apply now for the AWS Community Builder program? So you can Google this AWS Community Builder page, and it will take you to this website. So this program is not currently available. Like you cannot apply for it. Every year in January, they open the registration for the new CBs. So you need to wait for January. Till January, you cannot apply. But what you can do is you can add your name in the wait list. So once you go and open this page, there will be a link to add your name in the wait list. So once you add your name in the wait list, so as soon as they will open the enrollment, you will get an email that this registration is now open and you can apply for it. So that's the process. Basically, it's pretty simple process. You can just check this out here on this link, and everything is there. But I would recommend to add yourself in the waitlist so that you can get the notification, because sometimes whenever we don't know on which particular date they open the registration, and it's pretty close window. So if you miss it, you will lose for 1 year. So make sure that you have added yourself in the waitlist, and also like check on LinkedIn also. Sometimes some people share it on LinkedIn that the CB application is now open and you can apply for it and all that. Like I don't know if you know about uh, Kristen Noble or some like that I got to know about her, about this program from her. So I was following her, and there are a few folks from AWS who also share about this. Other thing is you can probably uh, add Jason Dunn, JASON DUNN. He is the community builder manager, and he's the one who handles everything. So follow him on LinkedIn, because he will going to post on his LinkedIn whenever the new CB application will open. So his name is JASON DUNN, Jason Dunn. So this is something which probably no one will know, like until you actually see the form. But I got this information like when I was applying, so I took the screenshots. But thing is, like, yeah, so now what you will expect, so once the application will open, what you will expect, how it will look to you, that's what I want to share here. So once you click on the link and try to basically apply for the program, it will ask you for choosing your category. As I initially said, this is very important. Make sure whatever you share is specific to your category and be consistent to that. So there will be like multiple categories. It's just showing two, but yeah, there are like 15, 16 categories, and you need to select one category when you apply for that for CB application. So you select your category. After that, they will ask you, we want to understand your interest in our program. Please share details about your interest in AWS and where on your AWS journey you hope to be in 1 year. So this is a question which now I would like you to go and think about it and write a story. You have like around 1,000 characters, I think. In 1,000 character, you need to explain like why you want to join AWS, what's your interest, and how, what do you see like in within 1 year, what will be your journey or something like that. So this will be your second. This is more like a interview question, right? So you need to be ready with the best answer possible for this particular question. Now, the second one will be the please share a minimum 2 links to examples of content created, events hosted, or other examples of community involvement to help us better understand your AWS experience and contributions in your chosen topics. So here you need to provide those 2 links. It could be a blogs or event hosted or whatever. But yeah, you need to provide 2 links. So now focus on creating 2 best blogs within this 2-3 months before this application will open. So focus on whatever I said on those things, and then take time, spend 7 days, 8 days, 10 days, 1 month, but create something which is extraordinary, and that will help you. So these are the things, and they will ask you for the social media profiles also, like LinkedIn or something, to see like what you are doing on LinkedIn, what kind of content you are sharing on LinkedIn, all that. That will be another question. But I think that's it. That's how you apply for the program, and I think that's all I need to share. I mean, I think I'm done. Yeah, I think I'm done. So yeah, everything is what I wanted to say. I said. Now I'll stop sharing, and then we can have our QA sessions. One thing I want to say, thank you everyone for here for attending this. I mean, this is the first time I'm doing this, and I'm really want to say thank you to Ali who contacted me yesterday, because I was really busy, and I just put together this yesterday, and he told me that yeah, you have to do it, and I'm really happy that yeah, because of him I'm able to take out this session. So thank you so much, Ali, and thank you so much everyone for here for attending this session, spending your 1 hour with me. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. These are my links for my LinkedIn, Medium blog, and you can check out my blogs. And this is my YouTube channel, which I started recently. I would encourage you to please go and subscribe. I'm looking to get my first 100 subscribers, 15 away. So hopefully I'll get it. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I mean, thank you so much for listening to me.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Harry.
we have a question answers now, if you have any questions.
Thanks, Harry. First, before they ask you questions, that was amazing because it was very informative because I wasn't aware of the benefits and the things you would get. It's actually so powerful being an AWS Community Builder. I wish I knew this before, but now that I know this, I can take the right steps and do it according to that. And you mentioned you get a chance to have discounts on the events. I mean, that's realistically, that's where you can, open big doors for your careers. So definitely, I would definitely go for that, and I would recommend anyone to go and, look into this, how to become an AWS community builder. They run worldwide, not just in the US, they're all over the world, including India, Dubai, Europe, everywhere, obviously, Canada. So you can name where they are not at currently. So they're actually opening a new data center in KSA as well. KSA is a beautiful country. They literally honor and give respect to anyone coming from the US, UK, or anywhere, because they have a royal hospitality type of culture. And if they see that you're from the US and UK, you will get double and triple the salary. You'll get luxuries like a driver driving you around and whatnot. It depends on the company you work for. But yeah, that was great information. I can see some questions in chat. Um,
Yeah. Okay. I can take questions. So let me go from the top. Can you define categories as we all are new for it? Okay. So categories are nothing but like domain. For example, like in our job also, we all work in a different areas. Like someone can be a developer who work on writing code and like working on creating softwares and all that. Some people are in DevOps who are mainly involved in setting up the infrastructure and all that. So these are different categories. And again, in software development also, you can have categories where you are using serverless technologies only, or you are using containers or Kubernetes, or you could be someone who are working specifically in the machine learning area. So these are the categories I mean to say. So whatever you are doing currently, whatever your expertise or whatever you are interested to do in future, just choose that and then start learning. If you don't know, it's okay. Like you can choose one thing which is very much excites you. For example, like me, I mean, I really like serverless a lot. Uh, when I was initially learning AWS, I was little bit using networking and content delivery. So that time I hosted multiple websites and I write those blog posts and I shared that content during my CB application. And that's why I assigned into the content creation, networking and content delivery category. So you can choose whatever you want to, but yeah, just consistently work on that category, learn new things and share that information with everyone. Can one use LinkedIn as a blog platform? Yes, you can use any platform. You can use LinkedIn, you can use Medium. I was using LinkedIn initially, but for some reason I don't like the LinkedIn interface. So I moved on to Medium, and Medium is again like a good platform because there you can be a part of different publications. For example, AWS in plain English. I mean, this is one of the subscription which I use. I post a lot of my content over there because there are a lot of people follow that particular publication. When you get your article published in those publications, you get a lot of traction, you get a lot of traffic. People come and follow you. They see you and read your post. You get comments from them. So choose a platform where you feel like you get traffic because now you are starting. You need some encouragement. If you post something and you will not see a like or clap from someone, you probably will not be encouraged to do more, right? So for encouragement, try to find out ways where you can get more encouragement, and then do this, like share it on LinkedIn or wherever, and then post it on LinkedIn again with some write up and like that. So, and then yes, that's what I was doing at that time. And can we explore multiple categories in AWS CB? So yeah, once initially when you apply for CB, you need to choose a category and then you need to provide two evidences that you contributed in that category. But once you are accepted, like once you accepted in the program, it's open, like it's wide open. They don't discourage you to explore any other category or learn about any other category. You can do whatever you want to do. So let's say I was accepted in networking and content delivery, but now in this year, if I'm focusing on serverless and I'm sharing content only on serverless, next year when I apply for renew, I will choose serverless as a category and I will share those content with them. So they don't discourage you to use any other category. You are free to explore other categories. You can learn from those people. It's just like they need to organize people in different categories because it's again a global platform. There are so many people. They cannot put everyone in one category. So they just, divide people in different categories so that they know that this group of people is expert in serverless, or this group of people is expert in container. And then people can go to that particular group and ask questions specific to a container specific question. So that's why they have that particular thing in place. Should we keep writing blogs before we apply? Yes, you can. And just make sure that you follow, just read some of the blog posts which I wrote. I mean, I kind of like to write lengthy blog posts. Sometimes I write small ones also, but I am not like saying I'm an expert, but I feel like the way, sorry, my table is getting down. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, I am not expert, but I try to write something like which I feel more detailed, and I try to provide information which I feel like, yeah, after reading, people will learn something and more engaging kind of thing. Like I'm not sure whether you will like it or not, but for some reason I like my blog posts. And if yes, how long consider good time to be eligible? We just need two blog posts. So it's September, so we still have like 4 months, 3, 4 months, and you just need two blog posts, two good quality blog posts. So doesn't you don't have to like publish 10, 15 blog posts. Just focus on writing one per month, specific for CB. But anyway, you can write whatever you, but for CB, just make sure that you have at least two good blog posts specific to a particular category. Your recommendation on tools to write blog posts or content creation on LinkedIn. Yeah, so tools like I directly write on Medium, but I use Grammarly plugin. That's really useful for correcting your grammar because we are not English native speakers. We make mistakes. My English is also not good, so that helps you to correct your sentences and all that. So one thing, that's what I use. I use Canva for my graphics. So I because graphics is something which is really important. Like when you put your thumbnail and all that, so you can design a good graphic over there. And then I just use like screenshot tool to take screenshots and try to add some arrows and some labelings in that, and those kind of things. And one other thing which I want to tell you is like a little bit focus on your headings, your topic, blog topic name, and there are subtitles and all that. Try to focus on all the things which are there in Medium, or if you're writing in Medium. But yeah, you should have a proper heading, like H1 heading, H2 headings. Your article should have those headings consistently across the document. uh, and then whenever you add images, you need to add alternate text or something. Like these are the things which are specific for search engine optimization, like SEO for your article. So whatever is your heading, that heading should be in your first paragraph as well. Like for example, like if you're writing a blog like how to become a AWS community builder, then to become a AWS community builder, something like that. You need to have that heading, and the heading, the whatever heading it is, it should be in the first paragraph. So that way it will rank better in Google, or it will be available to other people more like in whenever they will browse it. So apart from writing content, you need to learn a little bit of SEO. So that will help you in ranking your content. And once your content is little, if you get lots of likes and claps, and if you share that with your CB application, they will know that okay, you really help people. Because there are a lot of people who like your content, and you are someone who are helping them. So these are some tips which I kind of like, and I kind of focus on whenever I write something. Are there similar communities on other public clouds? I don't know. As I said, like I am AWS only person. I don't know about Google and Azure, but yeah, definitely there will be communities. I know few people who are creating content for Azure, but not about Google. I'm not sure about Google. I think that's it. I heard all the different tricks. Any other question like I didn't answer, you can ask me. I think that's
Um,
it.
Hey, Harry.
the most helpful thing that you said was the how to write a blog. You write as if you're talking to someone, and that's really important. And then you're telling a story. That's really it makes it more real, more you instead of being pasted from somewhere else. I like that. That was very good.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
try to talk to yourself when you write, like, and be funny sometimes in the blog, like you're reading a book, right? So that will help, I think, when you share that information. And yeah, I mean, if you need any help later on, I'm there for you. When if you want me to review your blogs when you apply for CB, you can share that and send that to me. I'll definitely give you feedback on that. And I'm on Medium. You can follow me. I'll follow you, and then that way we can be connected. And I'll try to focus on reading your blogs and give you feedback on that as well.
So,
And
Harry, thanks for the
Harry,
detailed
one
session.
thing, one
Yeah.
thing, Harry, we can use same template for Medium and LinkedIn.
Come again.
Actually, if we make a same post for LinkedIn and as well, we can
So yeah,
use
you
the same content for Medium and all over the social media platform for.
yeah, I mean it's better to just keep unique content at one platform, because if you keep sharing same content on multiple places, Google will find out that it's probably a plagiarized content or something like that. So just try to just put on one platform. But on LinkedIn, what I was saying, like on your wall, on your profile, where you post information, so just share it with your community that this is the post I write, or share some information and whatever. And I use chat GPT also. So for writing these type of things, you can just provide your idea to chat GPT, and it can just dump out a very good thing, or a caption for you. So that's something which you can do. I mean, anything which you feel like you cannot write, just use chat GPT. That can work for you. I mean, it's sometimes very difficult to come up with captions. It's one of the difficult tasks, but chat GPT will help you in that. And then focus on making good graphics. That's really important again. uh, and Canva is there for you. It's free tool. You can create good content, good graphics over there. So that those tools I use basically, and Grammarly.
Yeah, also to add up, Medium is a really good platform for writing technical blogs. And if you're consistent with that, you can even sign up for a program where you can get paid. And the good
Yeah.
thing about Medium is that once you write the blog in Medium, you can share that same blog explaining what the blog is about on LinkedIn and give the Medium link. So then you can direct people to Medium. So in that way, you're not plagiarizing, but you're making people more aware that, hey, this information can be found here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A
And if you
follow-up
want, you
question.
can opt for Medium membership, because sometimes some good blog post where you can get ideas, they are logged, and they Medium don't give you free articles. Like it's probably like one or two free articles a week or something. So if you want, you can opt for Medium membership, and then that way you can also link your domain. Uh, like for example, you can create your own domain, www.harrysidhu.com, and that will be a Medium blog for you. So I have a publication on Medium. If you want, I can share that link if you want to contribute to that publication. It's my own. It's called freecloudlabs.com. That's my publication. I can share that. I mean, you can try to. I can add you as a writer, and then you can share your content over there as well.
A follow-up question on this, the topic that you were talking about, putting, let's say hypothetically, I create a Medium post and then of course I share it on LinkedIn. Now to support that Medium post, I can still go ahead and create refer to a GitHub, right? And put in a readme.md file and describe whatever things are within that medium, it wouldn't be considered as a duplication, right? That I'm putting it both in GitHub as well as the medium.
Yep. Yep, that's good. That's that's called backlinking. So you are basically backlinking your content from multiple places, and that will eventually help you to increase your SEO score. So that you can do, not a problem.
Okay, and there are a few more questions, including from my side. If you scroll down to the chat, I think few bunch of more questions were asked.
Okay. I don't see AI as a okay. AI as a category. Any advice? Which category should I select? I think machine learning is something, and there should be, or maybe they might add new categories. Just look out their website. But yeah, machine learning, AI, kind of same. If you apply for, if you want to share content specific to AI, and then it will be come under machine learning itself. So these are all like same kind of thing maybe. So don't worry about that. If you want to be specific about AI, like AI in AI itself, like what you want, you can put anything. It doesn't matter, I guess.
Hey Harry, quick question about like the topics that that we choose that would be better from acceptance perspective. So would it be better to talk about a specific challenge? For example, if you talk about serverless, like something that we implemented with serverless, or a general discussion on what the serverless capabilities are like, and how a serverless like design would be looking like what would be the better uh, a blog from acceptance criteria.
So if you like, it all depends on where are you in your AWS expertise level. So if you are someone who is using AWS in your organization, and you are solving some challenges there, and then you can share that's well and good. It's really good. I mean, but they don't judge you based on complexity, because everyone coming from different background. Some people just starting out. So there are students also who are community builders. So they are learning AWS.
Okay.
They don't know about anything about AWS, but they are learning. So, but whatever contribution they are making, it should be consistent. That's very important. Like one reason for uh, one reason for rejection is like some people share links which are like only 2 weeks old. So let's suppose the application opened today, and you are sharing something which you wrote 2 weeks back. So they say that you probably shared this information just 2 weeks back. That doesn't show that you are consistently doing it. So make sure you provide links from little back also, like 6 months older link, or then a 3 month old link, something like that. And that way they can see, oh, there's a consistent behavior in you where you are trying to help other people and sharing content. So, but the complexity doesn't matter. You can be complex. You can whatever thing you want to do it. But yeah, be consistent in sharing it. And you
Okay.
you can you
Thank
can
you.
write case studies and all that also. Like for example, one case study I am writing right now is about serverless, like improving the cold start performance for serverless applications. So this is something which I was working in my company, and now we figured out the solution, and now I am kind of writing this down. Not specific to
Okay.
what exactly I did in company, but somewhat little different in presenting it, because I cannot present everything whatever I did in my at my job. So, but yeah, this is something which is little complex, and it will help other people who are facing that technical challenge.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
I
And
still
even though this is we are not, we don't have 6 months, it's still not a problem to start now, right? The next
no, no.
uh,
I think yeah, it's
what do you
fine.
say, opening is in Jan, right?
Yeah, and don't feel like if you are not selected this year, it's okay. Just keep doing this thing. You will be successful next year, but don't do things merely because you want to be a community builder. Do for yourself. I mean, I would suggest just do it for yourself. it's okay. Like if you're not a part of a community, it should not stop you to just do what you want to do. But yeah, you still have sufficient time. So if you really want to focus, prepare for it and apply for it.
And once you submit your application, it takes how many weeks to get the confirmation from them
I think it takes
that you've been selected or not selected?
at least 2 months for them to reply back to you. So it takes probably I applied in January. I got confirmation in March. So in March they start accepting people, and then yeah, in April you should get all the things, all the benefits and everything, and then they start the application process for the second year or third year CVs. That happens later on, next after that, after they get the first year CV.
And are there any fixed number of I don't know if this seats is the correct word to use here, but are there like
No,
fixed number of positions or no? Okay.
I know. I don't know about that. It's all internal information. I'm not sure.
Okay.
There is
No, it's just okay. Okay, fair enough.
there's nothing fixed. I mean, it's up to them. I'm not sure about that. Okay. Any other question? How many applications do you have? Yeah, there are candidates from all areas like India, Pakistan, or Asia, whatever. And there are groups also where they talk in Hindi also. So if you really want to talk in Hindi, there are channels or people who can talk in Hindi with you. So it's or any other language whichever you feel like comfortable. So you will find people who can talk in your own language. You will find those groups. There's a Slack channel which has everything basically.
Hi, Harry. Faizan is here. Uh, I'm with Ali and you, like we are all admins in the group. And you commented on my uh, post also on the LinkedIn regarding that I passed the certificate.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's really nice to see the conversation which we have and the way you guided the people. It's really amazing. I'm with Ali and you guys, but I know now that the things are like this, and these are things on of the front page, and step by step we can follow. And the things which you guided about the blogs and about the categories, even we last time I have applied, but even I don't know about the categories. So it's good thing, and we should go for it. Further, I was asking about the blogs. If you are going through the blogs, how you identify that the blogs will be currently is eligible or have some mistakes, like, and the topics related to it. Like you said that the number of headings, number of too much boring blogs. Even if I see some blogs, even I'm writing, so I want to try to be some spicy things, like to be have some spicy in that one, so people attract. And to my youngsters or me, even I used to have like less readings, like people do less readings and type what you call uh, block instead of like code. They don't want to see the code because you easily get the code from the website, from the chat GPT, from everywhere. So how we can make them so much interesting that everyone can come and see, because the blog is not only for the joiners, like new people who are coming to the IT. The blog should be for the experienced persons, because the people who are working for the experience from like 10 to 20 years, they don't have the time to go to the website, or they don't want to go to the new explore things. So what they do, they jump to the blog. So can you guide about this one, something like that?
Yeah, I think yeah, there were so many things, but yeah, the main crux of your question is like how we know that our blog is something which people will like it and engage to it, right? That's what you feel. Uh, but what I would tell you is probably just go with what you like. If you will like your blog, probably people will also like it. So first of all, you need to understand that whether you like what you're writing or not. So present your information in structure way, try to add a table of content in the top of your blog after introduction or something, like what you are going to tell to your audience, whether so they can at least understand that what they will see down, they can expect what you are going to cover in your blog. And quotes and all, I don't add quotes and all, but I try to add things in quote which are important, which are relevant for them to know. So I don't know, like I never want to feel like whether it will be liked by people or not, but the only intention for me here is to share something to people. Now we cannot please everyone, but thing is, we know that we have done our best job. That's the important thing. Like you should be feeling that yes, I have given 100% in writing and then sharing this information. Then I should not be worried about whether it will be liked or not. It's okay if someone like it or not like it, I don't know, but I know that I am happy. I give my 100%. So that's what I feel like. I don't think like whether it will be liked by other people or not, or no. Eventually, if it will be good blog, then it will be liked by other people. Like I just want to quickly show my blog, medium blog. I don't know what you will say here, but I just wrote like few of them. This was like way back in 2017 when I was doing all that. But see, like for example, I want to give you example of this Cloud Shell. So here, this, wait, can you see my screen? You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
we can see, Shinji.
Okay. So this is like a browser-based shell to access AWS resources. So here, this is something which I feel like, yeah, it's not well written because there are so many text here. People will not probably focus and read all that. But one important thing which I can say here is that I added few screenshots. So now they know that, okay, I'm talking about the AWS console or Cloud Shell here. And then I went into the features and all that and gave all that information. I mean, it's not like good. I'm not satisfied with this blog post, and you can see that I didn't get any likes. No one clapped on this was not something which I feel like the good blog, because there is lots of text, less graphics, and probably not well organized.
Yeah,
Uh,
that the thing I was asking
yeah,
for this
and
one.
this one, like for example, I will show this one. Like I got 123. This is the post which I shared. So once you start writing, you will see that which post of yours is performing well. So for me, this post performed really well, and that's how I got to get into the network and content delivery category, because this was my best post so far. I got a lot of claps from here, and then probably there was one more. This one was
One
thing which
one
I.
thing you said, one thing you said that you jump to the category networking and long all that. So if I am writing with the DevOps articles related to it and
Mhm,
writing about the AWS cost estimation, something like that, so it
mhm.
comes to the networking or it's come to the DevOps.
Developer tools,
Okay.
because developer tools are for like all your setting up your CI/CD pipeline and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more specific to DevOps.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you can just post things, and then you can just decide, okay, which post is performing better, and then share that with your CB application. Uh, that's what, yeah, I mean, I would suggest basically. You don't know because it's not possible that you whatever you write will be liked by everyone. Sometimes it will not perform well, sometimes it will perform well. So we just have to be like, consistent in sharing the information. That's it. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah,
No, no, no.
Harry, one thing, just like as we are beginner, we are preparing for DevOps and AWS certification, and just add up the things, how a community builder like able us to for the upcoming opportunities related to DevOps and AWS certification. how this make us more eligible for the certification and for upcoming jobs like that. Like it's basically networking. Maybe if I am wrong, right? It's how it's important for a beginner like us. We are preparing for the certification like that, like a student. You can see.
You mean how this community builder program is useful for guys like you are who are beginners?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, it is. It will definitely, like, you can see like benefits which you are getting. You are getting AWS credit of $500. You are getting a subscription to Cloud Academy. Now, these are the resources which any beginner need, right, to improve their skills. Now, if you are getting all that free along with the community support and networking opportunities, I think you can learn a lot within 1 year. You can even take your certification free of cost within that 1 year. So yeah, it will help you to focus on, like, building your profile in that year. If you're a beginner, you who has no experience, just focus on, okay, let me complete these many projects and these many certifications in this year, so that next year I can see myself as a intermediate in AWS. So that take
Yeah.
your journey like that. Now, one year, after 1 year, if you get re-accepted again, then again move from there. Do one more certification, take more courses, build your profile, do some complex projects, try to find out other CB who can work with you, where you guys can work together on projects, your own, individual projects, or team projects separate from what you are doing at your work or probably in college. So that's the opportunity, right? So this is how you should basically see things. I mean, you need to figure out
Yeah.
what are the things out from this.
Actually, I have a 4 year experience in a technical sport analysis, and further I am preparing for the DevOps and AWS certification for the further upcoming opportunities and roadmap like
Yeah,
that. That's why I am asking.
applications are really good to improve your knowledge, uh, but don't take certification just to pass the certification. If you are taking like that, probably it will not give you much output. But let's suppose you are preparing for interviews. So take a certification, prepare well, read everything out, inside out, whatever you can, and meanwhile also prepare for your interviews. And then you will perform really well in your interviews, because these certification will help you to learn things in some deeper level. It will not be like, you will never be able to pass a certification like this associate and professional level just by merely reading the services. You will need to do a lot of hands-on. You need to really read all the AWS documentations to understand the service. So if you are preparing, make sure that you are also interviewing that time, and that will help you to get a job. If you just prepare for certification and then sit idle after that, you will probably forget everything, and then you will not be able to, probably later on, if you're applying for a job or taking interviews, it will not probably give you the best output. So I would suggest you to do these things parallelly. It will help you. Otherwise, don't do any
Yeah.
certification until you are ready to take interviews.
Yeah.
Harry, one last question
And
from my side.
at
Sorry.
at the same time, I am preparing on my VM, like Linux administration related courses, and preparing on the daily basis, going through the process like actual real world problem like that in AWS and DevOps related. That's why I'm at the same time I am preparing for the certification and preparing for the interviews in an international market. Already, I am working with a KSA company. It's a direct FN company related to a banking solution. We are providing financial uh, asset management solution related to the banking of Saudi Arabia and Pakistan-based client.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Keep doing that. I mean, definitely things will turn out in your way. But yeah,
One thing I need to add here. I shared a URL for you. See, this is like a weekly training related to a certification, and lots of people come and join on this one courses related to solution architect, associate. And if you join that one, it's like Twitch program, AWS training, and it's free of cost. And they give you 50% voucher also. Might be if like it took 6 months to join AWS Builder, you can go check this, attend the training. It's free of cost, and they give you the voucher. And there is another program from AWS related to the women. So what happened? There lots of women joined the community. It's AWS women, and every Wednesday they had a training session, and they provide free of cost training even for that one, and vouchers also. So your career start from zero to the professional, and after that, like you cover all the training, they go ahead and hire you, and after that, the number of the women represented from your country and another country hire the other women. So it's the short from my side.
Yep. You're right. This Twitch I am aware of. Like they there's a full course. Like it's kind of a full laid out plan where you can attend those sessions, and then they give you vouchers. And there's a woman group also, like the training or something for specific for the women in AWS. So that's really good. Yeah. I mean, if you have shared, I don't know if you have that link for that women AWS program, that would be really helpful for people.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
a great question, guys. Thank you, Harry, for having the patience and answering these questions. If I was you, I would wrap up the session.
No,
But
I'm
appreciate
really
you.
thank you. Actually, you pushed me to take this today, so I'm happy that I've eventually like able to complete this today.
Well, thank you for this, Harry, and thank you everyone for attending this session. And Harry's answered everyone's question, I hope. However, if you think there is something missing, the recording will be shared and it will be available on YouTube, on the WhatsApp community, and on LinkedIn as well. So you can go back and catch up to it. I just have a quick announcement to make. As you know, we are running challenges, and last week we had some winners. So I'm just gonna share the screen as some people were unaware on how to participate in the challenge. So please let me know once the screen is visible. Okay, so if you can see the screen, so we are running challenges every Monday to Monday. So if you haven't participated, you need to start participating from this starting Monday. So it will be day one then for you, right? And then we will be announcing winners as well. So there will be one winner now for the first challenge. There were three winners because it was so hard for me to decide who to pick because their blogs and articles and projects were really good. So it was very difficult for me to, pick one because they scored really well because I'm doing it on a points based. So yes, if you'd like to win this course, Kamal, Preet, Yvonne, and Amir have won this course, and they are loving the course. And this course is actually for people who actually know a bit fundamental, and they're ready to dive into straight hands-on, straight practical. Yes, even if you're a beginner, but you're good with computer, you can still follow these instructions. So this course is like, when you join a company as a trainee and your manager trains you for a month or your team lead. So that's how this training is, and it will equip you to be a cloud engineer and be ready to go for jobs and also publish articles, projects, GitHub integration with your projects, etc. So you can, add it on your portfolio as well. And you will also receive a one-to-one mentorship if you are the winner, so which will also come in handy. So yeah, that's it from us for today. And we've answered all the questions as well. Let me stop sharing the screen. And one more announcement to make. And next Sunday, we have one of the famous IT industry personnel doing a speaker session. He has about 100K followers on LinkedIn. He is a cybersecurity specialist, but he is a Microsoft specialist. He's actually quite knowledgeable and experienced in a few areas. and his story is so interesting that I learned from him myself. And he's the one who's actually running the CompTIA Security Plus sessions. I will be sharing the recording for that in the community group. It's a very valuable fundamental because if you're working in any company, you need to know the security on how to keep the company safe and secure. So even if you know cloud and DevOps as a beginner, but you don't know how to work safely and meet policies, you can get in trouble and it can cause into getting terminated from the company. So it's very important to know these fundamentals so you can work in an enterprise environment. So that's it from us, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. Once again, Harry, thank you so much. And if anyone has any questions regarding AWS Community Builder, you can message Harry directly. Harry is on LinkedIn as well. I will be sharing his link as well with the recording so you can connect with him. He also has a YouTube channel, so make sure you all subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. So thank you, everyone, and thank you for coming.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.